Hello guys and welcome in my Chandom's Games. In this video I'm gonna show you how you can create a simple interaction in Unreal Engine 5. When you get closer, the interaction key will appear, and as you go far, it will disappear, and of course if you are near and you press the interaction key, you can do wherever you want, destroy the object, change material or wherever you want. And let's get started. To explain what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna make line trains going from the player to the objects with a specific distance, and you can change the distance as you like. If this object is interactive, the UI button will appear and you can interact with the object. If it's not, nothing will happen. I have here a new first-person project of Unreal Engine, and also I imported my interacting button image. First thing, we need to set up the interaction button. Go to first person, input, action. Let's create a new input action. Let's name it input action interact. Let's go back to IMC default, and here in mapping we add our button, and here let's type for example the E key. We save. Second things that we need is to create a blueprint interface for interacting, so go to blueprint interface. Let's name it blueprint interface interact. Open it. Here let's create a new function. Let's name it interacting. Compile, save, exit. Now let's create our interacting actor. Right mouse click, blueprint, go to blueprint class. Let's create actor. Let's name it for example BP interact actor. Open it. Go to class settings. Here in implemented interface, let's add our new interface that we created, BPI interact. Compile, save. If you want to create a new actor to interact with it, we just create a new child blueprint class from this parent actor to just avoid every time we add the BPI interact interface. Now let's create our interaction widget. Click to user interface, widget blueprint. Let's name it widget blueprint interact. Let's search for canvas. Let's add an image, or let's add a vertical box. In the vertical box, let's add our interact button image. In vertical box, type size to content, and in image we choose in the brush our key. Let's change the size of the image. Here in image size, let's make it for example 16 by 16. Also let's add a text in the vertical box. Let's change the text name to interact. Let's change the font size to 10 for example. Make it in the middle, and here in full screen press desired. Compile, save. Now we create our HUD. Go back to user interface, widget blueprint, and let's create widget blueprint HUD. Also let's create a canvas. Let's create the crosshair image so we can know where we interact. Make it in the middle. Make this 0, 0, and here alignment 0.5 to make it in the center. Here in the brush, this is the default Unreal image. Let's choose this for example. Change here size X and Y, 15 and 15 for example. And now we add our interacting blueprint. So search here interact. We add the widget that we already created. Let's make it in the center. Type here 0 and 0. Check this size to content. And here 0.5 to 0.5. Let's make it up a little. Compile, save. Now let's go to coding. Go to your character blueprint. For example here the first person blueprint. Open it. In event graph, go to big gameplay, and here type create widget. Let's add our HUD widget. Let's promote it also to variable and name it HUD. And we add it to our viewport. You can just delete here. Save. Let's test our widget. Now we have interact. Go back here to your widget blueprint. We can make the size bigger. Let's put, for example, 112 and 112, and the text to the size to 20. Let's save. And also we go back to widget blueprint HUD. We want this to be by default not visible, so press on the widget and here type visible. Change this to hidden. Compile, save, and exit. Now we go back to our character blueprint. Now create an event tick to check every frame if we interacting with anything. Let's create the line trace. So simply put here line trace by channel. We need the start position from where this line will go. Of course, we want the line going from our camera. So we take our first person camera and type get word location, the start position. And we want the line trace to check our interactive objects with a distance. So we want a line going from here forward with a specific distance. So we take our first person camera and type get word rotation, get the forward vector, and we multiply it. Right mouse click and change this second one to float. Here we promote it to variable. Let's name it interacting distance. This will be the distance that we interact with the object. Let's compile and put for example here 300. Here type add, press Ctrl, and plug this to end. So the line trace will go from the camera with a forward vector and with this distance. If you want to test your line trace, here in draw debug type, change this for duration, compile, and let's test. So here I have every frame a line trace will draw from my camera to the forward vector by the distance that we put. Let's change this for none now. Okay, now let's check if this line trace hits anything. So in out hit, let's press break. Let's check if it's blocking hit something. Now in the hit actor, we want to check if the actor that we are interacting with has this interact blueprint interface that we added already in our interact actor. So here simply type does implement an interface, and here we choose the interface that we created, which is BPI interact. Let's make a branch. So first we check if he hit something. We will check if this something has this blueprint interface. If it's yes, let's promote this hit actor or the interact actor to a variable. Let's change it to the name to actor to interact, and here let's plug through to set. So now we will check if this line trace hits something and this something has the blueprint interface interact. We will set the hit actor to actor that we will interacting. If it's not hitting anything, or if hitting some things that doesn't implement this interface, we will set to none. So take this false, plug it here, and take this false, plug it here. Now we take the HUD that we created in the begin play, I mean this HUD. So we take it, put get, and let's search in this HUD the interacting widget blueprint. So type here interact widget blueprint, and we type set visibility to visible. So if the line trace is the interacting actor, we will show this widget. Plug this here. If not, we will set the visibility to hidden. Copy paste, plug this here and this here. Now let's test. Let's creating now an interacting actor by just creating a child actor from this parent. Let's name it, for example, BP box. Let's create a static mesh. Let's choose here, for example, a cube, this blue cube. Compile. If we take it now and put it in the map. Now let's test. If I get closer to the cube, as you see here, the interacting button will appear, and the opposite, if I go away, the interacting will disappear. And by the way, you can change the interacting distance. As I said here, interacting distance, you can change it from here. Now let's make, for example, if I press the A key, something will happen. Simply go to your actor interacting blueprint, and here you have interacting interface that we added in the parent actor. Let's type, for example, if I interact with the box, something happen. Let's, for example, change the color of material. Set material. Let's choose any material, for example this. Compile, and of course it will not work because we didn't add the interacting key in our character blueprint. So go back to your character blueprint, and here let's add, you can type key and here add your keyboard button, or you can add our input action that we created, interact. We name it interact. This is interact, I mean this, the input that we created in the first of this video. So if we interact, let's take the actor, right mouse click, convert to validated get. So when we interact, we'll check if this actor is not null, it's not valid. We will call the interacting function and plug this actor to interact to target. Now compile. If we go back, no. If, for example, I interact, of course the material will change. Or you can, for example, let's duplicate this actor. I want, for example, now if I interact with this object will destroy. So let's open the blueprint widget, and here you can, as I say, type anything you want. For example, we want to destroy this object if I interact with it. Let's change, for example, here the material. Let's choose this, for example, compile save. Now if I add my actor here, if we test, if I interact with this will change the material and this will destroy. That's it, guys. I hope this video was very helpful for you. Support me, guys, by liking, subscribing and commenting my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Have a nice day.